John Kirk.
Hello, Freya.
I was wondering if I could ask you questions about your farm.
Yes, of course. What would you like to know?
What type of farm do you have?
Oh, we have a cattle farm. Basically, we breed cattle to sell in our shop in the High Street, Skegness.
Ah, okay. So what came first, the butchers or the farm?
Well, actual fact, we had 3 butcher shops in Sheffield, and then when we moved down to Skegness in 1963, Dad sold the butcher shops in Sheffield, and we bought the one shop in Skegness on the High Street. And then the following year, we purchased a farm in Borley Marsh.
Ah, that's very fascinating.
So obviously from that, yes, the butchers came first, followed by the farm.
Ah, okay. So when you had the farm, what did you do there? Did you breed the cattle and then kill them, or did you sell some cattle to market?
Well, I'm pleased you asked that. In actual fact, we bred the cattle there, and because we haven't got a slaughterer's licence, we used to send them off to the abattoir where they get killed and supply our shop. Also, my father, Dennis Kirk, was the first breeder in Lincolnshire to breed blondie Aquitaines, and these were a specific breed of animal from France. And in actual fact, we exported these, believe it or not, to Sweden many years ago.
Ah, okay. Did you have to actually buy 2 cattle first to breed those cattle, and then to breed those cattle to actually get your cattle today?
I can see your chain of thought there, Freya. Did we buy 2 cattle, almost like Adam and Eve, and produce children? No, we bought a load of cattle from market, and of course they had calves, and then we bought a bull, a pedigree bull, so that aside some of the younger ladies, and of course they had calves, and the ones that were good calvers we kept for a few years, and they generated lots of calves for us.
Ah, okay. Let's move on from the animals. How many employees did you have, and did you have a close relationship with them?
Are you referring to the farm or the butcher shop, and what time frame?
Probably the farm and when you started.
Well, when Dad first started, bear in mind that was before I was born, he had himself, of course, and a farm manager, so there was just 2 of them.
Oh, wow, I didn't realise. I thought there would have been more employees. How about the butchers today? How many employees do you have there, and do you have any close relationships with them?
The butchers today has 25 employees at present. Most are full-time, although there's 4 salaried and all the rest are hourly rated. Now we do this because obviously the trade in Skegness is very seasonal, so we need the staff to work longer through summer because we're more busy then, and less hours through winter. But we do keep all our staff fully employed summer and winter, and they keep the jobs so we don't lay them off or make them redundant.
Ah, okay. I'd like to move back to the farm now. For the cattle, did it have to be a certain soil that they had to have? Like, did it have to be moist, or did it have to be dry?
Well, to be fair, the soil has very little relevance on cattle breeding. You're more about arable, where you're about wheat and things like that has to be grown. On the cattle side, our cattle were out in the fields, so they were like eating the organic grass, of course, and in winter time they were brought in, and we fed them hay and straw and also beef nuts to try and get them a little bit fattened up and put some weight on quickly. We kept our cows normally around about 15 to 18 months before going to slaughter. My dad would personally go around the cattle and touch the rear end of the cow to find out how much fat there was on the rumps, and that would determine which cattle went to market.
Ah, that's very interesting. Did you have any other animals apart from cows? Sheep, maybe? Pigs?
Yeah, in the early days, actually, we had some sheep, and then my brother decided to also do a few pigs, which is his little sideline. And he used to buy the pigs in, go down the farm every night, muck them out, feed them, and then sell them back to Kirk. So made a few pounds profit for his little piggy bank, you could say.
I'm guessing you didn't use any machinery, did you?
The only machinery used, of course, was tractors and trailers. Tractors to muck all the cattle out, and also to put the bales of hay in there. But a lot of work on the farm on our side, because it's only a small holding, really, around 30 odd acres. We did it all manually, so we pushed all the straw bale ourselves, and it's hard work. But that's how it is. It's a small holding. The bigger farms, of course, are more mechanised, and there's a lot more machinery there. Probably still have 2 or 3 members of staff, but it's all machinery.
Okay, just one last question. Is your farm still in use? Do you still breed cattle there, or do you just have the butchers now?
Well, as it happens, it's literally only been a few weeks ago now that we actually sold the farm. So no, we don't have the farm anymore. It's now going to be doing a different direction altogether from farming. It'll probably be something more in the leisure industry. At the end of the day, the farm was too small to make it a viable business, and so that's why we sold it.
Ah, okay. It was a pleasure talking to you, Mr. Kirk, and it was a pleasure to know about all the history of Kirk's. I never knew there was actually that much history.
Oh, the pleasure's all ours. Please come see us anytime, ask any more questions, whenever.
Thank you.